The journey to a just transition in South Africa is proving to be a tad challenging compared to the rest of the world. With nearly 200 years worth of coal lying underground, it's difficult to imagine a South Africa where fossil fuels play a lesser role. Power plants in South Africa are fueled by coal, and at stake are the carbon emissions. At the same time, radically phasing out coal will impact on communities and jobs. Eskom CEO has set the record straight, saying he is not anti-coal.
There's this narrative that Eskom management under my leadership has been anti-coal, that we want to move away from coal, and the fact of the matter is that that's devoid of all truth. We will remain a large consumer of coal for a very long period of time to come. The last unit at Kusile is scheduled to shut down in 2071 only. But the fact of the matter is that we have in fact been non-compliant with government policy. We have not been compliant with IRP 19, not because we've been accelerating the shutdown, but because we've waited longer than IRP 19 has said we should shut these stations down. So the facts, I think, disprove the narrative that we are somehow anti-coal, but the number of calls that I get from minerals processors, from manufacturers saying, do you have green energy available, because we are losing market share internationally. We cannot sell our processed commodities internationally because of an attributed carbon footprint, is a massive challenge.
Even though the rest of the world is moving towards renewable energy to preserve the environment, the role that coal plays, particularly in times of crisis like we have seen in Europe, is unavoidable. However, banks still seem unconvinced, saying they will not be funding any new coal projects.
The bank made a decision to continue supporting its existing coal clients that have been operating in South Africa until they transition their operations themselves. So whilst we have an energy policy which is quite clear in terms of the bank's own commitments, we have also made a commitment to support existing clients and not take on new clients in the thermal coal space.
We're open for business, but there are strict guidelines in terms of the Equator principles, in terms of how we fund, and I think you'll find we're really focused in terms of our renewable funding. That's where the emphasis is. We've done over 40% of all the renewables in this country in South Africa, and that's what we want to really focus on.
Exxaro envisages that by 2050 its coal will be mined efficiently and that its coal mines will be powered by renewable energy, but that fossil fuels itself will still be sold and burned by its customers. The mining company believes there's enough space for both fossil fuels and renewable energy to coexist.
I believe the world needs to see that the mix is important. So even the financiers, everybody needs to understand it's not only one silver bullet that you need to support to get to the solution. It's a package, and then you need to transition that through time. So I think the holistic business approach, even with the mining Indaba, it's not only one solution that can create the future for us as human beings on living on this world. We need to work together, legal, finance, people of South Africa, to make sure that this all works together.
Diabosito, SABC News, Cape Town.